Good day, everyone. Today we are talking about the Pickled Steel VIPER. This thing is awesome. I love the blade shape. I love the name for it. I love the Micarta. The materials is fantastic. We're doing a full review on this guy. And yeah, man, it's just a cool looking knife. Now, I spoke to the owner of Pickled Steel, and he said that this knife was actually originally made for women, or with women in mind. It's a smaller knife, but I don't know, man, it fits my hand great. So maybe I don't have as big hands as I thought, but it's a fantastic fit in my hand. Lovely blade shape. This clip point style blade shape is awesome, man. It's so cool. Definitely looks like a fang, which fits in well with the whole Viper theme. That's great. Yo, love the orange pivot collar. Good lanyard all here at the back. That's so awesome. G10 backspacer, creating fantastic stability. We have polished stainless steel liners which frame the micarta, protrudes, and we have the liners are also skeletonized, so they dropped on the weight. Fair access to the decompression of the liner. You can get in there quite easily. The action is good. It's not like in my top 5 for Pickled Steel, but it's a good action nonetheless. It's a fairly good action, and I mean, compared to other knives, it's a pretty damn good action. It runs on ball bearings, and what's interesting here is it's similar to the Kaiser Domen, where it has these cutouts, these little slits in the liners, and the stop pin is actually attached to the blade and runs in those slits. So you get a fantastic lockup on this guy. It just, yeah, when it reaches the end of the slit, locks in place, liner takes over. Very, very stable lockup, yeah. Awesome stuff. Solid knife, good worker knife actually, and just freaking looks just so cool, man. It's not aggressive looking, but it's, yeah, I don't know, it's just sleek. I love it. D2, the old ones used to be in HCR, I think, but the Viper is now in D2. The coffin is in D2. The Freya is in 9CR now, so they're upgrading the steels on the knife, but they're keeping the price the same, which is great. Pocket clip on this guy, very nice, very sturdy, but not difficult taking it over the pocket. I like the lanyard tool, the cutout of the lanyard tool here. That's very cool. We have a sunken pocket clip. It is only right side tip up, and we have some mushroom screws, so not to cut up your clothing. You don't have a lot of space in this pocket clip, but it's enough to go over most clothing. And yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. Let's check the weight on this guy. So we have a weight of 88 grams. That's fantastic. That is quite a lightweight. Great EDC experience for this knife. That is awesome, man. Wow. Very grippy micarta. It's canvas micarta. Black canvas micarta, and I love it. It looks so cool. It's very grippy, very textured, very nice. Oh, awesome. Good grip in hand, fills the hand well, great ergonomics. The blade, love this clip point. We have actually a reinforced tip right there. You guys can see with that bevel there, that structure. Awesome. Flat grind. And it seems like this guy has quite a steep edge, right? This is not like 20 degrees. This is more along the lines of 17, 16 degrees on this knife. So very slicey, very, very slicey. Not necessarily the best working edge, but you can change that when you sharpen your knife. That's great. Very cool. The screws are also sunken, which is an awesome aspect. Definitely appreciate that. Reduces the possibility of hot spots. No hot spots on this knife. Everything, the fit and finish is just awesome. The overall feel of this knife is fantastic. I love the way it fits in the hand. Sort of tucks you in here from the bottom of the knife, and then also here with the flipper guarding you. That is just great, man. Sits so nice in hand. We have this beautiful stonewash on the blade. That's just next level. Love it. Let's look at some of the dimensions on this guy. We have an overall length of 19 centimeters, 19.5 centimeters. We have a handle width of just over 2 centimeters, blade width 2.5, Handle thickness, just under 1.5 or 1.3, so 13 millimeters, I'd say. Good. That's good with regards to the ergos, with regards to the overall size of this knife. I think it's very comfortable. Definitely a knife that I can see, why they designed it for women. I think they will be very comfortable with this. The action is great. The access to the flipper tab is nice. So a lady will be able to deploy this blade quite easily. I know that my fiance struggle with thumb studs quite a bit, but when it comes to a flipper, she can rock it. So that's cool. Right. Let's measure it up against some other knives. We have the Penguin here in D2. And we have the Honey Badger Large. So let me just straighten everything out. Okay, you guys can see the Penguin is about a centimeter smaller. Honey Badger Large is about 1.5, maybe 2 centimeters longer. We have this Leverman side clip, which is the same length as the Leverman Wave. And we can compare it also to the CRKT Pazoda. So it's a lot bigger than the Pazoda. The Freya or Remet Peacock, wherever you are in the world. Ontario Cam Plus, really enjoy this little knife. It's awesome. Same blade shape basically, but a little bit smaller. The Rico T, a little bit bigger. Okay, so there's just some comparisons for you guys. So overall, I really enjoy this knife. I think the look is awesome. The naming of the knife, once again, very creative, very comparable, to a Viper. The overall design, love it. Love the way it sits in the hand. Very functional. Blade shape is great. The tip is fantastic for, those little jobs that you require a fine tip for, but still reinforced. So won't be too bothered with it breaking or too worried about it breaking. Like the orange pivot collar, and Micarta is so nicely textured. Great pocket clip. Love it, man. This is awesome. Great work, Pickled Steel. Get yourself a Pickled Steel Viper. Fantastic value for money. And have a knife day. And remember that no knife means no life.